Hello. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is that you guys are going to be looking at this little video. But I believe this is it's an amazing opportunity to share my heart and what I've, for the most part of my life, embraced and believe. And I think how, which is two things wrapped in one. One has to do with how we present ourselves, which is why I just had to shave my head. I try to shave my head twice per week since I have been bald, or at least once per week. And so my hair was growing back. And so if I was interested to talk to you about image and presenting ourselves well, I had to ensure that I was not just speaking it, but I was doing it. So I shaved my head. It's shining because I've got a, it looks, I've got this product on my head. I'll tell you a little bit about this when I'm done, which gives it a little glow after shave thingy, post shave healing balm. And so it's wet and jelly and whatever. But anyway, so it has to do with how we present ourselves, which I believe is rooted in how we perceive ourselves. And so a perception of ourselves begins here, and we what we hold true here in our minds, uh, easy becomes what we practice, what we put out there, what we live, what we demonstrate. And so I wanted to talk to us about our image. I'm talking to myself too, and how we present ourselves. I believe that when we truly begin to understand who we are, whose we are, and who we represent, then it should become easier. It becomes easier for us to dress ourselves according to who we represent. If you are an ambassador for a nation, it doesn't matter where you go. If you're the ambassador of Montserrat to Antigua or to France, it doesn't matter where you find yourself because you're an ambassador of Montserrat. Then you, if you're posted in France, you're posted in Antigua, you're posted wherever, who you are, what you represent, the values that you hold to be true are rooted in who you represent. And there's a connection because we understand that we are children of the king, we're kingdom citizens. This is why I got all like literally dressed up to just do this video. Hair, I got my glasses cleaned, put on some nice some regular clean clothing. I even put on my watch and I sprayed some cologne, even though you can't smell it. I'm just letting you know because I really believe that when we begin to think that's when we begin to think and understand whose we are and who we represent, then every opportunity that we get, it doesn't even matter what the audience is because we know who we are, that we present ourselves adequately, we present ourselves in the right light. And so, like I was saying, if you're an ambassador for Montserrat, you're an ambassador for Barbados, you're an ambassador for Guyana, you're an ambassador for wherever you are. It doesn't matter where you are posted. You are you are the representation of that nation for which you are contracted as the ambassador. And so it doesn't matter what the culture of that place that you are posted in is, you are held by the standard of the place that you represent. Now I feel like I get you're held by the standard of the place that you represent. And so when we begin to think and understand and embrace the fact that we are kingdom citizens, that we are children of the king, then it doesn't matter what the circumstance around us is, what everybody else is doing, what the current style is, what the current fad or fashion is. We represent who we are organically in the kingdom as kingdom citizens, as children of the king. And so, like in the natural, you can be an ambassador for a nation or an island, in the earth, we are God's ambassadors. And so, how we present ourselves is first rooted in us understanding that we are His ambassadors. We are His representation in the earth. And so, when people look at you, when people look at me, they must think that or understand that you represent something that's of a different caliber. Does it mean that you've got to wear the most expensive clothing? No, it doesn't, because there are people who wear the most expensive clothing, but they don't. No, but that's an entirely different thing. I remember years ago, I got this nickname, Mr. Posh, and it really was. It came out of the fact. It came out of how I dressed, how I carried myself. It has to do with how you look, how you present yourself, your mannerisms, your thought process, because what you think becomes is manifested in how you act, and how you allow yourself to be addressed. And Anita did